Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, you join in with me. Come with me, help me say. Turn your radio on. You gotta. Turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. I was had my head down, and I was thinking of what I wanted to say this morning, but it kind of it's kind of be something I've lived for a long time, and for a long time, I had a lot of faith in people. It's strange too because my mother was a Sunday school teacher, so of course I grew up around it, knowing scriptures and things like that. Not a lot of them, but the ones I retained. But having her as a mother was a huge help in understanding about faith. But even with that, as I grew up, I began to put a lot of faith in people. And I figured, just like everybody else, man, if I could just meet this person, or if I could just sit down with that person. Or man, if I could just get this person to hear my idea. Or man, if this person could hear my track. Or man, if I could just get this in the hands of somebody in the know. I was like everybody else. I thought that way. I actually thought that if I could get in a certain situation with a certain person, that if a certain person were to meet me, that, it could change everything for me. Oh, man. Oh, how wrong I was. Oh, how wrong I was. How long did I spend feeling that way? And how many of you out there possibly have felt that way before? Like even in a relationship, this is the person for me. And, you just lay claim to that. Not necessarily being a fact, but you just lay claim to it. This is the person for me. This is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. Sometimes, we just lay claim to stuff, and it's not always what's in our best interest, or it's not always a fact. It's just what we decided we wanted. And I was guilty of that just like anybody else. And I spent a lot of years in my life putting faith in people. Man, if I could tell you anything this morning, it's to stop putting your faith in people and put your faith in God where it counts the most. I mean, you can get something out of this one. See, here's the deal about a relationship with God. It's the same all the time. He never changes. His word is 100% absolute. His word doesn't have loopholes in it. None of that. This is what it is. He's very clear. Now, you can deviate off your end of the bargain, but it don't stop what he says from being true. But if he asked you to do something, if God asked you to to be a certain way, to do a little something a certain way, and you don't do it that way, then, you could still possibly get by for a while, but don't you understand that his end of the deal stays the same? And as long as you're not doing it the way you're supposed to, the results are not going to be what you want it to be. And I did this for years and years and years, and I counted on people. And, I got myself in a lot of situations, and I got out a dire situation that I'd been in for a number of years, but he had protected me from years prior to that. I didn't even know what was going on. And then he made me aware of the problem. And then, man, Lord have mercy, I was in a dismal situation. And then at the end of the year, I was free from it all. But it was a decision that I had made that led up to that. And in going through that process, I had to learn something, man. I learned a lot about people. See, if you want to learn about your friends, if you want to learn about your people around you, get yourself in some trouble. Get yourself in a situation. Oh, man, you start looking around, man, the field get real clear when you're in trouble. The field clears out when you're in doubt, when you don't know what to do, when you need help. It get real clear on the playing field then, don't it? Oh, but when things is going right, it's time for a party. We throwing a celebration. We gonna do one down here. Oh man, there's plenty of people on the field. But get yourself in a situation. You find out rather quickly that oh no, everybody ain't here. And that's when I started learning. And I'm telling you, I had to start learning this for real until I finally got it. To stop putting my faith in people and put all of mine in God where it counts the most. Now, is that to say that there are people that you can't trust? No, that's not what I'm saying. I ain't say you can't trust them, but you can't dump your faith in them. I got it all riding on what he say. I got it all riding on what she say. No. I hear you saying it. But I'm going to keep my eye on this situation because I hear you saying it. But I'm going to take this faith of mine, and instead of putting it in people, I'm going to put it in God where it counts the most. Because his word is absolute. What he say he going to do, he going to do. What he say he's not going to tolerate, he's not going to tolerate. Now, you can make it tolerable for yourself, but he's not going to tolerate it. And that's just the end of the line. And so, I'm wondering how many people out there find themselves in a situation like me, or maybe you've gotten yourself in a situation because you put your faith in some people and now you wound up in a different type of situation. Now let me ask you, where them people at? The only one that I found when I was in my deepest trouble, when me and my wife were in our darkest situation, was God. This is the only one. Was the only one who was just right there all the way through. Now, let me explain something to you. Because you have this relationship with God, it does not mean now that it won't still be a situation. You understand? But what he will do is protect you during that period. He'll cover you during that period that it is a situation. He will give you the strength to overcome the situation when it turns into a situation. Then when he cracks it open for you and the sun is bright and shining, what he don't want you to do is when it gets sunny again to forget about him who was there when it was dark for you. See, I used to do that too. I did it. I'm telling you right now I did it. But I'm telling you, man, when I learned a very serious lesson and I watched some people I thought were friends of mine just sort of casually remove themselves from the situation. Then I said, okay. Me and Marjorie looked around. We said, okay, it's just me, you, and God. And we started conducting ourselves accordingly. So when it's sunny for us, we remember God. We stay prayerful. We keep talking to him. We thank him for the sunshine. We thank him for the dark days that he allowed us to do, who allowed us to survive it and turn it into sunny days. And we talk to him constantly to protect us of our future enemies. And that's what the deal is. So if I was everybody, I would stop putting your faith in people and put your trust in God where it really does count the most. It really, really does.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, as I always ask for on a daily basis. But as you can probably give me credit for, when I ask for your attention, I do not let you down once you give it to me. Now, today, it's going to be special. What's today's date? January
the 16th.
The 16th.
The day before 16th. Your birthday,
January the 16th. You know what, Shirley?
One day away.
One day, man.
Let me just, Shirley Strawberry, first of all. Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning, Steve. Good morning.
Bam, Carla Farrell.
Good morning. What's up, crew?
Welcome
There's
back,
that
Carla.
delay. Did y'all hear it? Did y'all hear the delay?
Yes.
I just want
Tommy,
to
in my
know.
defense.
Tommy.
She said it immediately.
No. I had ginger ale. I was trying to.
She swallowed.
Swallow it.
Okay. Well, after you swallowed, you said it immediately then. There was a delay.
Yeah.
I was trying not to choke
Ladies
to
and
death.
gentlemen, the Wonder Boy himself. Batman had Robin. Green Hornet had Kato. We got Junior Boy.
Morning, morning, everybody.
And with as if that wasn't enough, there's a fool here.
Lay it on thick now. Lay it on.
Okay.
Bring it.
I'm
Put some
talking
stupid on
about a word that I learned a long time ago when I was a little boy, and I thought it was the funniest word I've ever heard. Ignoramus.
Yes, I love it.
That's a shame.
Locally
Come on, everybody.
ignorant,
Yeah.
statewide ignorance,
Come on, keep going.
national ignorance.
And there's more.
And now someone has placed the ignorance on a television network. Ladies and gentlemen, the fool of fools, Nephew Tommy.
Top. Happy birthday Eve, my brother. Happy birthday Eve to my uncle. It's on the way, baby. One day away. Tomorrow.
That's it.
Yep.
6 straight.
63.
Looking good, boy.
63.
Looking good.
Yeah, Steve.
Better than ever.
Remember we used to give birthday
Man.
parties and be away, and Tommy would have birthday parties at your house. Remember those days?
Well, thank God.
I
that
threw a
don't
birthday
happen no
party
more.
for him at his house.
He wasn't even there.
While he was
That was
out.
While
the
he was
craziest
gone.
thing. Y'all have no idea the history I had with this fool. Steve, why you so hard on him? Well, I'm hard on him. If you seen how he done my houses, apartments, and cars, you all know that my birthday, I traditionally take off on my birthday. I just gonna say that to y'all.
You just gonna throw it out there.
So get that in your mind.
So you say
Telling us
Let that marinate.
Yeah,
You
it's
ain't gonna be
already
tomorrow.
enough that I'm working in Africa on my birthday. Let's talk about this after the break.
Yeah, we will. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour. We'll do some Ask Steve, too, for his birthday, before his birthday, right after this. Yeah.
Come on.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for Ask Steve. Okay, Steve, here's a question from Sonia in Detroit. Okay, Sonia is from Detroit, from our home station, Mix 92.3. She says, Dear Steve, I live with my mother because I've been ill and I'm unemployed. I recently purchased a lottery ticket and wrote my mother's name on the back because she has better luck than me. Now, it turns out that the ticket was a winning ticket, but she is not giving me the money. My Christian mother does not believe in gambling, but now that I won, she wants to keep the money for herself. I can't believe this.
Wow.
What should I do,
That's
Steve?
great.
That's the Lord.
Well, here's my question. When is it a rule? Where is the law that Christians don't gamble? I being a Vegas man and a Christian myself, I must uphold your mother's rule that she may not go to gamble, but Christians have a tendency to gamble. Next point I think is your mother, it depends. See, obviously this is not a huge ticket where it's like mega balls, several hundred million, and none of that.
Yeah.
I agree.
This is
Maybe
one
a
of them
scratch
tickets.
off or something.
you
Pick
know,
3.
She won some money. You know, y'all might have won 10,000, 5,000, maybe something like that.
That's a lot.
Now,
Yeah,
that's a nice chunk of change. Now, here's the deal. You just said that you wrote your mama's name on the back of the ticket
Yeah.
because she have more luck. And obviously, you told your mama that you wrote her name on the back of the ticket. Now, here's my other question. Here's 3 things right here. You've been staying with your mother because you ill and you ain't working.
Ah, there you go.
So now, when you bought the ticket, were you able to leave the house and buy the ticket, or was your mama out somewhere and bought this damn
Pick the ticket up.
I see
bro.
where you're going.
Now,
I see where you're going.
Now, if your mama bought this ticket and wrote her name on the back of it, you're damn right your mama ain't giving you nothing.
Right.
If you want to lay claim to the money, your mama probably figure you owe her. You're staying at her house and you
Yeah.
ain't working. You're eating groceries and you're using this juice bill.
Electricity is at the juice bill.
That's what that is.
Oh, I thought he meant orange.
You hit the lottery.
No.
No, that's code.
Electricity.
Hood
Electricity.
code for
Power.
electricity. They done cut the juice off.
Okay.
So now,
Hang in there, Sherry.
she's so bullshit. So now,
Hood talk
that's
coming up.
why your mama
to this.
is not giving you
Whatever.
the money.
That's
And it
it.
ain't really nothing you can do about it. And she's still a Christian. Because she wasn't a real good Christian, she'd have put your ass out.
Yeah, you're right. You have some place to live, girl. Come on.
Yeah, you got
A roof.
Why you
got a roof.
judging her?
Yeah, you got a roof.
So there's 2 things you need to know, 2 slogans that Christians have developed. It's Christian light, as in beer, which is what I am. I'm Christian light. And then the one that your mother's probably using is Christianity has its privileges. So there's a beer slogan
though.
and a credit card slogan, and your mama is using both of them.
So
Yeah.
Steve, she wants to know what should she do though.
Ain't damn thing. What she gonna do? She can't put out.
She too sick to help.
Yeah, if you say something, you can't go to work. You're sick. You in your mama's house. What you gonna say?
What you gonna do?
You gonna mess around and get put out with your little $3,000? Your mama been sick of you for a while. She ain't giving you a damn thing.
And she doesn't
Raised
sound
you
right.
your whole
That's
life.
apparent.
Now you done got grown and you sick and out of work. I'm sick of this heifer.
The letter sounds like she's well though. She's fully recovered. Actually, it does.
Well, obviously her mama is well because she can't whoop her mama ass about this money. So
What?
run, hey, you can run over there on big doors if you want to.
Big doors.
Next question.
About this money. Asking about this money.
Wow.
Next question.
All right, Steve.
Okay.
This is pre-birthday ignorance.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are
Bring
your
it.
plans? Tomorrow is your birthday. What are your plans for your birthday? You're in Africa. You're in Ghana right now, shooting
Well, I'm working.
Family Feud. Yeah,
I'm working, so I don't get this day off tomorrow.
but you're not working 24/7, Steve.
Like a dinner plan or anything?
My wife is on the way.
Oh,
she'll be
nice.
here.
Okay.
And you know Marjorie's coming, so she's already. My
That's so
girl's so
sweet.
crazy. She said, "Okay, Steve, I know the restaurant you love with the private room because there's a private room. It's all like zebra skin chairs and leathers and all these furs on the wall and cigars and the food is excellent and it's very private. And we met the chef. He's excellent. It's a restaurant called Epicure
Epicure.
Okay.
over here in South Africa. And so she asked me who I wanted. You know my wife. My wife know me. I said, baby, nobody I don't know. Right. So everybody we took to Africa with us can come, and the family that's there, which ain't a lot of my family. My son is there right now, and my other son will be here, and Marjorie will be here, and that's it with the kids this year. So that's it. I just want that, the security, that eats, and a couple of people. Keep a couple of people
Security
from
that
regular Family
eats.
Feud that I hire to come over here and help me with the show. And so,
So you don't want us over there?
Yeah, we can't.
You
come.
don't want us over there. You ain't
Yeah.
think about us being there?
You know what, Tommy? If you wanted to be here, you would have already had to have been on the way.
Yeah, leaving now would be a little too
After
late.
you did what you did for your wife's birthday, you ain't got no money to come no day.
This is true.
I didn't think renting a restaurant was necessary. I really didn't.
Okay, all right. Well,
But you can't tell her a damn thing.
That's how they do it, huh? That's how rich folks do it. They just get a whole
all right.
restaurant.
Coming up next, the
Ain't nobody
nephew
walking in there.
in the building with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, entertainment news. Jay-Z's Rock Nation filed a lawsuit on behalf of Mississippi State prisoners. We'll talk about that and a lot more at the top of the hour. Right now, though, it is time for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Nev? You all right?
What is all that?
Cough
doing,
control.
You need a recall?
Cover your mouth.
Cough control. That's the name
Oh,
of the
that-
prank. Let's go,
that's
cat
part
dog.
of the
Cough
prank.
control.
Yeah.
Cough control. Let's go.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Carla, please.
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, Carla. It's Herschel James over in Human Resources.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing today?
Not bad. What is this call
Okay.
about?
I'm sorry?
What is this call about?
Well, I got a complaint that's been sent to us that we want to try to address and see if we can handle this in an orderly fashion. You've been over in the client services department for, last 3-4 years now?
Almost 5 years.
Okay. We're getting some complaints, Carla, about you. I don't know if you're sick, but you seem to be coughing quite a bit, and there's people on that floor that are starting to complain about it. Do we need to give you some time off? Tell me what's going on with you.
Oh, no. There must be a mistake. I mean, I had a cold for a couple of days. That's it. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Have you had a extensive cough that's been going on longer than a week or two? Have you been coughing a lot?
I don't count how many times I cough. I don't really understand. There were
complaints. Let me tell you what we're gonna do, because you've been with us a long time, and we understand that the weather has been bananas, and we want to make sure that everybody's accommodated. Now, what we've come up with just to try to accommodate everybody, we're going to move you right now. I know you're on the 4th floor, so we're going to move you to the 7th floor in the next couple of weeks. That's kind of where. It's kind of like an area where there's more coughing people up there.
No. That won't be necessary. I'm feeling much better. I've been at the same spot the entire time I've been with the company. I don't need to be moved to the 7th floor. I don't need to be moved for any health reasons. I'm doing fine. I'm good. You don't have to worry about that.
Hang on. Let's slow down a minute, Carla. I understand where you're coming from. I know you don't want to be moved because you've been there and you're probably comfortable where you are. But they're asking that you wear one of the surgical masks for 2 weeks until we get you up to the next floor.
No, wait, you guys can't just move me. How you gonna just move me without asking me my side of the story?
Well, you're coughing out of control. Well, listen to me. You got, there's people, and I'm sure they're probably
who's complaining about me. Who?
Well, it must be the people that are actually right around you. I'm hearing she's spreading germs. They think you have the flu. Some people are saying it's disgusting. You keep coughing and coughing.
Even if it was the flu, which it was not, that doesn't last for months. I am good. I'm all set. I had a little cold, but not enough to be moving me.
Okay, well, let me tell you what it's doing. It's creating a real hostile environment is what it's doing.
Hostile environment? No one said anything except maybe a God bless you. Once when I sneeze, I don't understand why anyone would take this to human resources. And you said you guys want me to wear a mask?
We're going to need, as of tomorrow, starting tomorrow. You'll have the surgery. We'll have that at your cubicle tomorrow.
No, that's not. can't just have me wearing a mask the night before. I've never seen anyone wear a mask.
It's a
I'm not the
surgical
first person
mask.
to
You'll
come
wear
to ever
that
get
for
sick.
2 weeks until I can get you upstairs to where that's the coughing floor. We'll have you up there where people are coughing and nobody's going to be complaining about you.
That doesn't sound very hygienic to me. You're gonna put
Well,
me
it's not. But it's not hygienic of what's going on your floor. You're coughing and the people are complaining.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm going to appeal this decision. I'm not going to no 7th floor. I'm not wearing a mask. I feel good. If you guys want some health records, I can provide that for you. But y'all ain't going to have me moving and acting and looking crazy just because somebody said they don't like that I cough. We all cough in the winter.
Okay, Carla, let's slow down. Okay, I want to try to help you as much as I want to help.
You want me to slow down, but you're the one talking about moving me, making me wear a mask starting in the morning. Like, that's not right. None of that's right.
Okay, Carla, if you can't put the mask on tomorrow, I'm going to have to ask you to not come in tomorrow. Now, that decision is up to you.
No, that decision's not up to me because I want to appeal the decision. Who else can I talk to? Because this conversation's not. This isn't.
We'll have this meeting next week. I will let you know when it is, but you can't come in until we have the meeting at this point.
No.
Okay?
Oh, so am I going to get paid days off?
You're not getting paid days off. You can come
no.
in. You don't want to wear
I can't talk to you anymore. You're not
have
talking
to wear the
sense.
surgical mask.
You're not
Carla.
making any sense. I can't talk to you. All right? You're going to piss me off. This is not right. None of this sounds legal right now. I need to talk to somebody else because I can't right now.
Do you want to wear the surgical?
I'm not wearing no
tomorrow.
surgical
That is the way I can allow you to work tomorrow.
No, I'm not wearing the mask. Stop talking to me about a mask. I'm not sick. What I'll do tomorrow is I'm going to go talk to a damn lawyer and my doctor and give y'all something else to think about.
Okay. Well, here's what we'll do. I will schedule you a meeting at 11 o'clock. It looks like we have something available of Wednesday of next week.
No problem. Listen, you keep your damn meeting. The meeting we'll have is with the lawyer because I'm sure this is civil rights, a violation of something. You can't do this.
Okay. Would you like our lawyer to call your lawyer?
I'm getting off the phone with you. I need to go get some legal advice. I can't be doing this with you right now.
Okay, well, before you go, now, would you like to know who's complaining about you?
Yeah, a matter of fact, I would like to know. Who? I want to know exactly who the is complaining about me.
Okay. Tommy is the one that's saying that you're coughing all over the place. You don't put your hand over your mouth.
I can't hear you. Who do you say?
Tommy.
There's no Tommy on my floor. You have the wrong person. Like,
no, I don't.
That's not me. There's no Tommy on my floor. No Tommy ever complained about
you. Tommy is a 100% that it's you.
That doesn't make any sense because there is no Tommy on my floor. I don't even know a Tommy.
Do you know a nephew, Tommy, from Steve Harvey Morning Show? Do you know him?
Oh, my God.
Carla, you just got pranked by your coworker, DeVita, baby.
Oh,
DeVita just...
Oh, my God. I'm sitting here having hot flashes, stressed out about the fry and looking on the internet for a lawyer. I can't.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Like, I'm mad at you. Why'd you got to take it that far, though? You went so far.
Now, you got to tell me this. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
It's the Steve Harvey Morning Show, that's for sure.
All right. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, journalist and author and our good family member friend, Ed Gordon, will be our special guest. He's going to tell us about his brand new book, Conversations in Black, on power, politics, and leadership. But first, in today's entertainment news, our very own Mississippi Monica has been following this crazy story. This is horrific right here. Yo Gotti.
I thought you finna say Monica was in the news. Go ahead.
She's been following this story, and she's.
I thought you meant she was a reporter.
Put us on. She is.
We're gonna go live right now
to Mississippi Monica.
Well, she's been following it.
Yeah, we could do that
now.
They really
should
she's
hire
right
her because she is the mouth of
the South. Yes, she is.
Yes.
So check it out.
Thank you, boss.
Yoga. One more time, Steve.
Thank you, boss.
He nailed that. He nailed it. All right, so Yo Gotti, David Banner, and other celebrities are fighting injustices in the prison system in Mississippi. Jay-Z's Rock Nation and its high-powered attorney Alex Spiro will represent the prisoners after a spike in deadly violence at several Mississippi state prisons and to fight deplorable prison conditions. The lawsuit filed on Tuesday in federal court. There have been at least 5 prisoners who have died in Mississippi in the maximum security prison. Parchman doesn't have enough mattresses for the inmates. Cells are covered in black mold and raw sewage is spilling onto the floors. The prison allegedly has a serious water problem, too. In the lawsuit, Team Rock Nation claims the drinking water for inmates repeatedly fails to meet federal safety standards. Also, according to the lawsuit, inmates are exposed to serious harm and left unprotected because there just aren't enough prison guards. Yo Gotti, David Banner, other community leaders are demanding that Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant make changes or face a lawsuit. The suit seeks damages for the inmates and an order from Mississippi's Department of Corrections to lay out a plan to address all of these issues, especially increasing staff and cleaning up sewage. Yo Gotti said the lives of countless individuals in Mississippi prisons are at stake, and we will not stop until this is fixed. So shout out to them.
Yeah, man. I really do hope this is effective. I really, really do.
Yeah.
Because these are things that really need to be addressed. Look, if a person commits a crime, everybody in prison, first of all, is not guilty. Everybody in prison has not received fair punishment befitting the crime. Let's just be honest about this. There are some people doing some time for just injustice.
And just
really
racism,
incredible.
just out and out racism. Yeah.
Now, we know that racism exists. It's hard to get these systems to admit to it. So what we need, man, is for things like this to really get behind it. So instead of going to social media with the memes and the ignorant statements about what could be wrong, making fun of the water, these are human beings who, a lot of them are doing their time, but their time doesn't have to be a living hell.
Right.
They should just do their time.
In humane conditions.
Not having drinking water and sewage facilities. I can't tell you about the heat, the food, and just the way they treat people, and they don't have safety around these people is deplorable. And as a nation, we should be better than that. We're the richest country in the world with the highest prison population. We have to do a better job. I commend Rock Nation.
Yeah, we do, Steve. All right, let's switch gears here. Time now for today's headlines. Steve?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and good morning. Members of the House of Representatives delivered 2 articles of impeachment to the U.S. Senate yesterday against Donald Trump, thus clearing the way for his impeachment trial, which is expected to begin next week. The president says he's not worried and expects to be acquitted. However, it didn't look that way yesterday while the commander-in-chief was at the White House with Chinese leaders signing a new trade deal.
We're delighted that the Chinese consumers will now enjoy the greater access to the best products on earth, those made, grown, and raised right here in the USA.
Chinese say, by the way, the deal is good for them because it's what they wanted anyway. At one point, Trump looked at the Republican lawmakers in the room, though, and he urged them to get to work on something else.
It's not going to matter because it's going very well. But I'd rather have you voting than sitting here listening to me introduce you, okay? They have a hoax going on over there. Let's take care of it.
Senior administration officials say they expect the trial to end, by the way, in under 2 weeks. On the subject of the Congress's effort to alter the War Powers Act to try and limit Trump's ability to wage war without congressional support, 4 members of the GOP now say they're breaking ranks and they're ready to vote with the Democrats. Excuse me. Those joining the Democrats, Senators Susan Collins of Maine, Mike Lee of Utah, Rand Paul of Kentucky, and Todd Young of Indiana. A federal judge says that President Trump cannot give state and local governments veto power to turn refugees away. Back in September, the president signed an executive order requiring written consent from state and local officials before refugees can settle in their jurisdictions. That order's been challenged in court. The entire Russian government resigned yesterday. President Vladimir Putin's already named a new prime minister and a whole series of constitutional amendments. Excuse me, guys. Federal climate scientists say that 2019 was the second warmest year ever, the second hottest since they started keeping records in 1880. According to a recent study, get this, a lot of millennials consider pets starter kids. That's right. In fact, 40% at least of those asked say that's the reason they got a pet in the first place. The most popular pet in this country is still a dog, next cat, and some people like snakes. I don't know. And finally, this seems like what's going on with me right now. Today is National Spicy Food Day.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I had a spicy meatball somewhere. Anyway, we'll see. By the way, I wanted to add that this story, a suburban Indianapolis cop now fired for harassing two black men who were simply shopping at a clothing store during Christmas, telling them it was because they were, quote, acting suspicious. He then demanded to see their IDs and is actually seen on video saying, I got my rights to do anything I want to. I'm a police officer. Well, again, he's fired. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, y'all. I promise you something, and let's welcome. He's a family member, man. This dude's been on this show so many times. He's an Emmy Award-winning television and radio personality. In our generation, the most highly respected journalist. And now his focus is on taking a comprehensive look into the current state of Black America in his new book, which is appropriately titled Conversations in Black on Power, Politics, and Leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ed Gordon, out of the D.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
What's up, Ed?
Hey, man, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I cannot complain, bro.
Hey, man, let's talk about it, because in this book, which I'm really anxious to read, man, because I know you, and on a personal level, man, you go deep. You get into the richness of a subject when you cover it. So in Conversations in Black, man, you discuss racism, some of the overt racism that we face now, and you cover everything from Colin Kaepernick's activism and Black Lives Matter movement, the pain of Nipsey Hussle's death, the pride of the Black Panther movement. Just tell us about what was your thinking on putting this book together.
As you all know, often when you do interviews, the best parts of your interviews happen before or after the mic is turned off. And I've had great conversations with people over the years, and, I started thinking, man, wouldn't it be great if I could have those conversations and bring them to people? And then I thought about all the diverse folk I talked to. And so I started this idea in 2012, had to put it down because I got a TV project, looked at where the world is today, and picked it back up. So what I did is I knew I couldn't get all these people in the same room, so I became the linchpin. I interviewed 40-plus of our top leaders and influencers. Let me just give you a quick list. Maxine Waters, Iyanla Vanzant, Charlamagne the God, Stacey Abrams, Eric Holder, Jamel Hill, Al Sharpton, Michael Eric Dyson, T.I., Angela Rye, April Rain. The list goes on and on. Ben Crump, Trayvon Martin's mother, Sabrina Fulton, 40 of these folk. And then I wrote the book as if we were all in the same room having a conversation. The great Harry Belafonte was part of it, Killer Mike. And each chapter is a different subject. And so what I found is people tend to be very candid if there's no camera around. And so we literally talk about everything. We talk about black leadership. We talk about the black political muscle. We talk about images in the media. I saw Tyler Perry yesterday, and Tyler has talked about extensively in that chapter. People love what he's done as a mogul, but there's some people who still have issue with the art that he puts out. Black leadership, are they doing the job they should do? We reflect on Obama's years. So it's a book that you don't have to be a political junkie. It's not written academically. It's written as if we were all sitting around in the backyard talking at a barbecue. And it's very, very candid.
Hey, y'all, hang on right there. We're going to have more with Ed Gordon right after this. Sit tight.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, y'all, we're back, and we're talking to one of the great journalists of our time, my man, Mr. Ed Gordon. Let me just touch on one subject that I know is in the book. It's about the Colin Kaepernick. Just give me a couple of points that you would cover talking about Colin Kaepernick.
Well, we really talk about activism in general, and whether or not we like to support an activist, but how far are we willing to go? Tommy Smith, the brother, for those that don't know, in the '68 Olympics, he and John Carlos had the picture of the fist up, the iconic picture. in protest. He's in the book as well. And he talks about the idea of what they were willing to do. And I have suggested that, if you really supported Colin Kaepernick, it ain't enough to buy his Nike shoes. It's not enough. One weekend, we all should have said, including black players, we're just not going to watch football that weekend. Black folk, just don't watch football. Go to a movie, go do something else. Black players, all of y'all, get sick. Just one weekend. All of you, including the stars. Right? What are you going to do then? Who's playing then? Because then you start to speak from a position of power. Now, is it idyllic to assume we're all going to walk in lockstep? Yeah, it is, because that didn't even happen in the 60s. But there came a critical point where all of those people in Montgomery decided we're not getting on that bus.
Yeah.
Right? We all coming to Washington to march when King called. And I'm talking about the vast majority. So if every superstar, black superstar, decided, you know what, they can't fire us all. We're just not playing the second Sunday of next season till they get this right. Because look at the Rooney Rule, 2003. Look at the coaches that were hired after this season. Not one black coach.
Right.
You want to see why things haven't changed? 5 years ago, Oscar So White. It's still very pale. So it's time for us to have real conversations about new narratives and what we're going to do. And then once we have the conversations, we got to start to move.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've always been that guy. On a personal note, man, I can only thank you for how many times you stepped to my defense or to get me to cover a subject or explain something that's happened to me. So I really appreciate you, man. And I know that this book is going to really, man, touch a lot of people in a lot of ways. I think it's a great read. I want everybody to do this, man. I want you to go. Now, the book is called Conversations in Black. Now, listen to me, Steve Harvey Nation. This book is available everywhere it's been out. It came out Tuesday. It's available everywhere. You can go get it at bookstores. You can go online. You can download it on Kindle. You can go to iTunes Books. I don't care where you go, to Amazon and order it. You can get this book. But two important things about it. Not only is it a great read because it's coming from Ed Gordon and you can trust the things that this brother does, and you know he gonna scratch up some dandruff. You already know that. So that's one. Secondly, we got to support each other. We download music, download the book. Support him, get to the bookstore, get to iBooks, get to Kindle, get to Amazon, order the book, buy the book, get the book. The book is called Conversations in Black, and it's about everything from Black Lives Matter to Nipsey Hussle's death, the Black Panther movement, all with Colin Kaepernick, the politics, what's happening in this country, make America hate again. It's all there. Ed Gordon?
Bruh, I appreciate you. I appreciate the family. I miss y'all, and I hope to see all y'all real soon.
We
all
love
right,
you,
baby,
Ed.
let's do it again.
Congratulations, Ed.
Love you back. Congratulations on the book, boy.
All right, so thank you, Ed. We love you, Ed. Congratulations on your book. Coming up next, Nephew Tommy is here with today's prank phone call. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, we were nude when we met. Okay?
Yes,
let that sink in and marinate. Yeah,
now that's how you follow the prank. Like that. Whoa.
We were nude when we met is the subject, but right now, let's please turn our attention to the nephew here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff, today?
Your wife gave me a disease.
Huh?
Lord Jesus. This gonna be crazy.
Tommy.
Your wife gave me a disease.
Yes.
You sound tired.
And I'm gonna kill you. So what we talking about?
Part 2.
All right, let's go, cat dog.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Dante.
Yeah, this is him. Who this?
Hey, how you doing, man? just to be certain, you Dante that's married to Tammy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So listen, man, sure you've heard about me, maybe heard my name before, because I used to date Tammy way before you guys got married. My name is Marcellus. So I just wanted to call and say how you doing, but I needed to talk to you about.
Okay, yeah, I know. She mentioned y'all used to be together before. Okay, I've heard about you. What's the phone call for?
I needed to talk to you, man, and I've been holding this back at least 4 years. I haven't said anything, and I can't hold it no more, man. I'm going through so many issues right now. I gotta get this thing. I gotta get the grips on this thing that I'm going through. But I wanted to come to you, man to man, talk to you about this situation. I hate to bring it to you like this, but when me and Tammy were together, man, I don't even know how to say it. When we was together, Tammy gave me a disease, man. So, I've been holding this, and like I say, I wanted to hit you up. I thought about it 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I wanted.
What do you mean? Like she gave you a disease?
She gave me a disease about 4+ years ago. This is way before y'all got married. From my understanding, y'all been married about 3 years, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. And you're calling me to give me the heads up?
No, man, no. I'm calling because, dude, these the medical bills and all this is just completely out of control. I can't even, I can't take care of myself no more with this, and I don't feel like I have to because she's the one that gave me the damn disease.
Okay, so you're calling because you want me to pay for you want us to pay for your medical bills,
dude. I mean, damn, dude. I mean, put yourself in my position, man. I mean, what's a brother supposed to do? I'm sitting over here with a disease somebody gave me, and they going on with their life.
Bro, yeah, but this is so you're calling me, telling me my wife gave you a disease. First of all, she would have told me that. Secondly, now you're telling me like I might have some. You got to be kidding me. Well, what the did she give you? What disease are you talking about, man?
At this point, I don't even want to discuss it. I just want to get on board. Can we get some kind of understanding with this medical bill that it's out of control?
Man, I'm not paying. Okay, I'm not going to pay for your medical bills, especially when I don't even know what the you mean. What do you mean she gave you a disease, man? I'm over here freaking the out.
Hey, dude, I understand, bro. I hope you good. I really, but I'm just saying, man, dude, I don't know what to do no more, man. I really don't. Like I said.
Well, okay, yo, you need tell me. All right, you talking in circles. You're telling me something you caught 4 or 5 years ago. Well, what is it? Some that's uncurable? What the disease are you talking about, man?
Dude, I'm trying. Dude, regardless of what it is, I'm trying to handle the medical bills on it, man. That's what I'm trying to do.
Dude, but what kind of medical bills could you have for some you caught 4 years ago, like 4 years ago? You should have been able to fix that. What is it?
Dude, she gave me the disease, and now I need somebody to pay these damn bills. That's all I'm saying to you. All right? That's all I'm saying, Dante.
Yo, and what I'm telling you, Marcelo, is quit playing and tell me what the disease this is.
It's Marcellus, man. It's Marcellus. Okay.
I don't care what your name is. I'm giving
man, y'all gave me diabetes.
What the diabetes?
Your wife gave me diabetes, man.
Man, you must be telling me the hell you can't somebody give you diabetes? What you mean she gave you diabetes?
Man, your wife was cooking all them cakes and pies and all that sugar, and just
man, you came out. Bro, had me thinking my wife gave you herpes or some man. You just don't know how to work out. You know how to eat. That's on you, man. I ain't paying no bills for that diabetes. What is wrong with you, man?
Oh, so now this funny.
Yeah.
You laughing?
Funny.
Hold on. You laughing at me, Dante?
Yes, I'm laughing at you. Call my phone talking about my wife gave you diabetes, bro. For real? This is stupid, bro.
Hey, can I say something else, though, Dante?
What? What you want to say?
I want to say this, Dante. You just got pranked, baby. This nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife, Tammy, got me to prank phone call
you. Damn. Yo, that's...
Oh, snap. I got you, baby. I got you, baby. It's 2020, baby. I got you.
Wow. Okay. 'Cause see, she told me about Marcelo, but I never heard his voice, bro. I was on fire. Oh my God.
You good, man?
Oh my God. Oh, you had me so scared, dude. Talking about a disease, bro.
Especially a disease that's 4 years lingering. That's like, whoa,
Bro.
what is that?
Oh my God, man. I was, when she got home, I was about to be so mad, bro.
Hey, man, you got to tell me this, man. Come on, Dante. What is the baddest? And I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
Man, y'all funny, dude. It's the Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
2020. Happy New Year, Dante.
Happy New Year, too.
Are you eating right? You ain't got no diabetes, do you? You eating right?
Dude, now I'm worried, bro. I didn't know you could catch it like that, bro.
Did I?
Oh
Man.
my God, Tommy.
Did I go too far?
Oh,
Too far. You play, boy, way too much. You play way too much.
Tommy,
Come on, Marcellus.
Tommy, man, you make me nervous every time I hear one of these now. These are all brand new for the 2020.
For the 2020.
What you sitting back crossing your legs for in the studio?
I'm still Marcellus right now. I'm Marcellus.
What do you mean, Steve?
No, I'm going to tell you something, man. For real, that was pretty damn brilliant. When you flipped the script and said, your wife gave me diabetes, boy, that was that hard left on the joke that a lot of people don't know how to take.
Oh, man.
Fat ass need to go on a diet. See what they talking about. Man. If you don't get your... But he was so relieved.
Catch me tonight, baby. I'm at the Comedy Zone right here, Charlotte, North Kakalaki.
Man.
We rocking it out.
That's crazy.
Friday sold out, Saturday sold out, Sunday sold out. Get me tonight. Yeah.
Who the folks in Charlotte gonna come up to you and say you play way too?
Yeah.
All right. I don't want no diabetics coming up to me tripping. Okay, I understand what y'all going through. All right, it's just a joke.
But he
Take
needs
your
money
insulin.
with his medical bills.
Yeah. Ain't nobody giving you.
You cooking all these cakes and pies and stuff. That's how I got this disease.
I love it. That is crazy.
Love it.
And you got the stamp of approval from your uncle there, nephew.
And that mean a lot to me right there. Thank you.
Just come here now and then, so relish it.
Relish it.
Don't get used to him.
This ain't finna be regular.
Bask in it.
Not consistent at all. Don't get your hopes up. He wrong for that.
Not praise heaping. Yeah, we ain't finna do a bunch of this. See, Lynn, y'all don't know how it works. I'll explain to you later.
All right, nephew. Thank you. Great job, as usual. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter subject. We were nude when we met. We'll get back into that. We'll get into it when we come back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on sex, on dating, parenting, work, relationships, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. That is for you, J. Anthony Brown. We miss you.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, we were nude when we met. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 31-year-old single man. I'm 6'4", and I work out 5 days a week. So I'm in great physical condition. I am a doctor now, and I come from a large family. So to put myself through medical school, I worked as a male dancer and porn star, and I was able to make a lot of money.
Come on now.
Sex was never a problem for me, and when I worked, I was having sex up to 5 times a day with all kinds of voluptuous women. I didn't think much about sex because it was my job. All of that changed when I met a new girl at work. She walked onto the set, and we both were nude, and she had the most beautiful body I'd ever seen. She was a veteran in the industry, and I was intrigued that she wanted to work with me. We had sex on camera, and it was instant chemistry. It was like we were made for each other. Sex didn't mean much to her either. Steve, you're going to love this line. But she had to admit that I was very good at what I did.
Come on, boy.
We ended up being friends with benefits, and that's all we could be since she was married. There's also an age difference. She's older, but that never mattered to her, and we have been in our situationship for over 6 years. To this day, I'm still under her spell. She is not happy in her marriage, but she told me she'd never get a divorce because her husband always supported her lifestyle, and he has been good to her. I love her too, and I want to be with her.
I do too.
You love her too, Junior? I'm thinking about moving to a neighboring city to get a fresh start, but I'm afraid she will forget about me. Am I crazy to think she might have a change of heart and want me? Uncle Steve, should I start dating other women or should I keep shooting my shot with her? Well, you know, we're going to tell you, at least I am, stop shooting your shot with her. You know, we're going to tell you to leave this married woman, of course, because that is the right thing to do. Everybody says they're not happy in their marriage when you're dating them. Yeah, everyone says that when they're in an affair. They're not happy in their marriage. Everybody says that.
Who the hell you talking to who said that there? Never mind. I'm sorry.
Is this your segment?
I just said that though.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Y'all going on.
Be quiet, okay? Be quiet. Just because we're talking about naked people, you think you can get in the letter? All right. I definitely think you should go ahead and move to a neighboring city and get a fresh start. Yes, you have chemistry with this woman. Yes, she's beautiful, the most beautiful body you've ever seen. Yes, you guys love working together and you're intrigued and you're under her spell and you've been together for over 6 years. But how is this going to work? I mean, you want to just keep hope alive thinking that she's going to leave her husband? It usually never works out that way, okay? It just does. You're a doctor. You can get someone, okay?
Jesse Jackson did.
Keep hope alive, yeah. Are you crazy to think she might have a change of heart and want you? I mean, you're not crazy, but most people who think that, their wish does not come true for the most part. You got to start dating other women and stop shooting your shot because you've been with her for 6 years and nothing's changed. It is time to move on, Mr. 6'4", working out 5 days a week and a doctor now. You can find someone else, all right, Steve? And you make a lot of money? Come on, Steve.
What? What, Shirley?
You heard me. I mean every word of that.
This was your response to this letter?
Yes.
What?
Please straighten it out.
Come on.
What is wrong with you?
Just straighten it out.
Talking to these people for like this is normal. You should leave this married woman. We talking about 2 porn stars.
Your heroes.
Why are you trying to have a morality conversation
I'm trying.
with 2 damn porn stars?
He asked a question. He did
You
ask a
sitting up
question.
here talking about the right thing to do. The right thing to do. They ass is porn stars.
He's a doctor,
When
Steve,
did
now.
they give a damn about the right thing to do?
He's a doctor now.
They screw on camera for a living and for money. This is prostitution being filmed. That's what this is. To have sex for money. What are you talking about? Shirley, how dare you? You're
He's
too
a
much of a
doctor,
Christian
Steve.
sometimes. You don't
I'm
give
too much of a
damn
Christian
about
sometimes.
him being a doctor.
He did that to work his way through school. You heard that.
Medical school.
Girl.
Yes, you heard that.
And how many times have you heard strippers say this? But you still a stripper.
I knew a few.
Girl.
Just give your answer. That's my answer. Just give yours.
My answer is about your answer. So when I do answer this on the second half of this letter, everybody gonna understand where I'm coming from.
I'm not changing
I
mine.
don't give a damn about that. I don't want you to change yours. I'm gonna argue from a different standpoint. And what I don't want you doing is telling me, Steve, that's too much. We don't want to do that on the air. Well, we're doing it on the air.
Well, you know I'm going to say that. All right.
And we're going to do this on the the air. You did yours.
All right, look, we'll have part 2 of Steve's
6
response.
for work out 5 days a week.
Yeah, that's what you're
What?
mad about.
Ripped.
Just say it.
He ripped.
Just say it.
What? That ain't got a damn thing to do with it.
Nothing at
Yes,
all.
it does. I hear
You'll
it in
find
your
out what
voice.
I'm mad about. Come on, let's go.
All right, we'll be back with Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject, we were nude when we met. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, we were nude when we met.
Here's a man, 31 years old.
Start low, dog. Start low.
Nah, he gonna try to trick us with the I'm 6'4", work out 5 days a
you're
week,
upset about
so I'm in great physical condition. They ain't upset about nothing. I don't care. I ain't 31. I am a doctor now, and I come from a large family. Oh, man, congratulations, dog. Then the letter starts turning. So to put myself through medical school, this where we supposed to give everything. I worked as a male dancer and a porn star and was able to make a lot of money. Sex was never a problem for me when I worked. Okay, dog, a lot of people can say that. I can make that statement.
Really?
Sex has never been a problem for me when I worked.
Why are you competing
But
with
then
him?
this where the letter take a turn. I was having sex up to 5 times a day with all kinds of voluptuous women. That's never happened to me.
No.
See?
Fine.
I didn't think that much about sex because it was my job. All that changed when I met a new girl at work. She walked on the set and we were both nude and she had the most beautiful body I had ever seen. Well, get in line, homie. You ain't the only one seen this beautiful body here. She was a veteran in the industry. I was intrigued that she wanted to work with me. She done work with everybody else? What the hell are you happy about?
Are you judging?
She
Male
is
and
a
female.
veteran in the industry, and I was intrigued that she wanted to work with me. She didn't work with everybody else. We had sex on camera, and it was instant chemistry. Oh, okay, partner. It was like we was made for each other. Yes, come on, dog. Sex didn't mean much to her either. I guess not. Don't mean nothing to her. We ended up being friends with benefits. And that's all we could be since, and here where Shirley started getting real Christian, since she was married.
That's where the moral
What?
compass come in.
Wait a minute, hold on. The porno star is married? Yeah.
A lot of them are.
Obviously, these wasn't the same vows you supposed to take. One of the lines in the marriage vow says to cling unto her and only unto her. She done latched on to everybody come on the set. There's also an age difference because she's older. Oh, now the old veteran. You 31, putting it on you like you ain't ever had before. But that never mattered to her, and we have been in this situation for over 6 years. Oh, okay. What? So you've been the side piece for 6 years. To this day, I'm still under her spell. She did something. You know why she good at it? Because she do it all the time. Practice.
She get paid for it.
Veteran. Practice.
Professional.
She done stuff for you. She learned this stuff. She is not happy in her marriage. Well, let me guess why. Here's a porn star that's not in her happy because she sleep with a lot of men, and a lot of men sleep with her better than her husband do. You're damn right she ain't happy because she got too many people to compare it to. And the list goes on. I like Thunderbolt. I like Thunderbolt. I like Beef Jerky. I like Powerhouse.
Those are their names.
I like Big Dog Daddy. I like Big Dog Daddy. I like
Big Dog
Spanky the Spook.
BDD.
I like
Steve.
Tantalizing Terrence. I like Big Juicy Jerome. Yeah. See, she got a lot that she going on. And then she said she ain't happy in her mom, but she told me she'd never get a divorce because her husband always supported her lifestyle, and he has been good to her. Hell yeah, he stayed with her. Over to you, dog. Yo, dumbass. That's a doctor? Want to marry a porn star? And when you take her up to the office and 18 of your customers recognize her.
Ain't that,
And he know it's going to happen because he say, I love her too, and I want to be with her. Mm-hmm. Sir, you want to be with her. You want, boy, hold on, let me read this line right here. She ain't happy. I love her too, and I want to be with her. You want to be with her. Do you know how many men want to be with her? You can't count the men that done been with her. Your dumb ass don't take your ass and go to work and quit being stupid. Now, this how stupid he is. I'm thinking about moving to a neighboring city to get a fresh start, but I'm afraid she'll forget about me. Am I crazy to think she might have a change of heart? You better hope she don't and want me. Boy, she wants you. Who she don't want? Hell, just give me that list. She wants me. Who she don't want?
All right, so Steve, we got to get out of this letter, okay? Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And please don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour from the talk, it will be our girl, Sheryl Underwood, on Founders Day for the Zetas. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Sheryl Underwood.
Excuse me, my brother of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. You must say Happy Founders Day to the final wizard of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. That's right, it is our centennial. 100 years of scholarship, service, sisterhood, and final womanhood. Tommy, I know you want to wish me happy centennial and happy Founders Day. I know that.
Happy centennial, baby. Happy Founders Day to you and all your sorority, the beautiful sorority sisters of Zeta Phi Beta.
Steve Harvey, I need, because you know my brother James Brown, member Phi Beta Sigma, he working on the blue and white extravaganza. But Steve Harvey, can I get a greeting from you, Steve Harvey, as a mighty man of Omega Psi Phi?
To the mighty, mighty bad sisters of Z Phi B, I want to congratulate you. I want to commemorate you, and I want to salute you for the awesome jobs of 100 years of service to the community.
That's right.
To colleges, and to the edification and uplift of us as a people.
That's what I'm talking about,
Z Phi B.
That's right.
100 centennial.
That's right.
From the
That's what I'm talking about. See, the Stars are very happy to be celebrating 100 years of scholarship service, sisterhood, and final womanhood. But Carla and Shirley, did y'all watch the debate last night? Did y'all watch the debate 2 nights ago?
Girl, I missed it.
Man, listen, you didn't miss nothing. Nothing was really happening.
Cheryl,
yeah.
They don't give a damn about the debates in Africa. Just want to point that out. So, there wasn't even a mention.
Not a mention. No, hey, Steve, nobody in Africa said, brother, did you watch the debate last night? No one said that. No one said it. And I'm going to tell you something, Junior. Now, I know that you might feel some type of way that a final woman of Zeta Phi Beta would like to take the lover's stroll with you, Junior. Junior, you would look good on the arm of a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Corporation. Shirley, you see how I did that?
It was real smooth, Cheryl. It was
real smooth. So, Junior, you know, we're celebrating in D.C. right now, but we will come back to D.C. in June for an even bigger celebration. So what you doing? What you doing later on? What's happening? What's happening later on? What?
He ain't doing nothing this weekend.
Then come on, Junior. Come on into D.C.
I get him a ticket. I'll fly him up there.
Drive him up here. Put him on the bus, the plane, the train. That's Olita Adams. I don't care how you Junior. Just get here when you can.
All right. All right, Cheryl, thank you. This show is crazy.
Tommy, can I talk to you in the back?
All right, thank you, Cheryl. Carla's reality update. I know. Coming up at the top of the hour. All that right after
Tommy,
this.
come holler at me in the back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Tommy, come on.
Get ready. Carla Farrell is here with reality update.
All right, thank you, nephew. All right, Steve Harvey. We are going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, and if we have
my show.
You sure sound like it.
This. I'm ready. Watch.
All right, so here we go. All right, well, listen to this. The ladies, I told you they went to Toronto for a big trip, and Portia's ex-fiance, he surprised her at this party that they were at, and he re-proposed to her, and so...
Your ex-fiance?
Yeah, but,
Wait a minute.
they were
Re-proposed? Getting married?
No, he cheated while she was pregnant carrying their baby. She broke it off, and he's trying to fix it. He's trying to get his woman back. So he came, I heard you. So he came to Toronto and re-proposed to his woman, Portia, and they're trying to work things out. Anyway, after the party, it was time to get down to Snake Gate. Remember I told you guys that somebody was recording Cynthia talking about Nene, and they were trying to find out who in the group.
Was it?
Did
they find out?
Surprise. It was the new girl. No, it was the new girl, Yvonnya. It was her. And the ladies... come on, Junior.
Yvonnya.
I love that. Yes. So, wait, check this out, Junior. The ladies, they got into it. Cynthia got into it with Marlo. Portia got into it with Yvonnya. And Kenya and Nene got into it as well. Take a listen.
Okay, listen, let me ask y'all something.
You don't get this hoe out this room. Wait a minute, security. Security for what? No, she gotta go. Worry about your man animals. No. Worry about your you would not talk about my mother family. That's what you want to do.
She just upset. Y'all all upset.
I don't want that in this room. I don't want
Marlo,
in this room.
this is your room and you get... Come on, Cynthia. I can't let me just hear what I got to say. Hear what I have to say.
I will talk to you another time.
No, but hear what I got to say.
said when you had the time to say it, Nene. You had the floor.
Kenya, you shut the up. You shut the You shut the
Swing on her ass.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, that sounds like a family reunion
I got
right there.
all my cash on Nene. All my cash on Nene.
Wow.
What happened? What?
It was so ugly. They were all in the hotel room. They were arguing. And the scary thing was Eva, she's pregnant at the time. She's trying to stop Cynthia and Marlo from getting into it. And Candy was like, you need to go to your room. You're pregnant. Don't be in none of this. With these girls, they might start fighting.
Evelyn
is on
basketball,
wives. Get your shows
my
together.
bad. Sorry about that.
You go to Africa and forget everything.
I feel they fight too, don't they? I feel they fight too.
They do. So anyway, it was just ugly. Folks left the room. They went to their room. So after that, it was the next morning. Yvonnya, she packed her bags and left. Went back home to Atlanta. Nene left because she had a show or a gig, that she had to host. So she left. And the ladies put on their costumes. They partied with the Canadians during Carnival. It was a lot like Mardi Gras. They had a good time. It looked like they had a lot of fun. But then, towards the end of the episode, Kenya, she's so wrong for this. She's talking to Tanya. Tanya was the one that hosted the trip. Kenya asked Tanya like a hypothetical cheating scenario that she heard from a lady who owns a like a bakery place. Basically, this woman told Cynthia and Kenya that Tanya's fiance flirted with her. So it was kind of like Kenya put that mess out there. She didn't get real specific with Tanya. It didn't say it was her man. Anyway, Tanya was just basically saying in this relationship with her fiance, Paul, if she ever found out he was cheating, it would be over. Then she said later that she would just be heartbroken. But that was just a little messy for Kenya to even go with that. So, everybody was like, uh-oh, the cookie lady said her man was flirting with her. So a lot of drama with that. So that's that. That is Real Housewives of Atlanta. You want to talk more about it, hit me up on social media. All right, we'll be back at 20 after.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending musical news, this is really good news. Yesterday, it was announced that Whitney Houston, the Doobie Brothers, and notorious B.I.G. will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yes. All very deserving.
Go ahead.
Yeah. We love these.
I like
all
that.
These, everybody. Whitney, the Doobie Brothers, and Biggie.
I like all of them.
We do. 35th Annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony will take place at Cleveland's Public Hall on May 2nd. And Steve is singing a Doobie Brothers song right now. Junior thinks you're singing Jodeci right now. Would you please tell him about the Doobie Brothers?
He thinks I'm singing what?
Jodeci right now. Would you please tell him about the Doobie Brothers?
You little stupid ass boy. Listen to me. Now, hold it. Let's stop this right now. We talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. Jodeci will never be inducted in there.
No, don't say never.
Oh, you can't say that,
You can't say
dog.
never.
You can't say that.
They could be.
In order to get
clapped
inducted
back at you,
into
didn't
the
we?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, some white folks is going to have to know about you. Jodeci is our group, and only our group. Jodeci did not cross over. One song ain't getting your ass in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, do I think they should be in the Hall of Fame? Yes. Are they going to ever
Just not
be
the
in
rock
there?
and roll.
I doubt it.
All right, listen, we got more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up in 33 minutes after the hour. Some trending news as well, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In today's entertainment news. All right, so Yo Gotti, David Banner, and other celebrities are fighting injustices in the prison system in Mississippi. Jay-Z's Rock Nation and its high-powered attorney Alex Spiro will represent the prisoners after a spike in deadly violence at several Mississippi state prisons and to fight deplorable prison conditions. The lawsuit filed on Tuesday in federal court. There have been at least 5 prisoners who have died in Mississippi in the maximum security prison. Parchman doesn't have enough mattresses for the inmates. Cells are covered in black mold and raw sewage is spilling onto the floors. The prison allegedly has a serious water problem, too. In the lawsuit, Team Rock Nation claims the drinking water for inmates repeatedly fails to meet federal safety standards. Also, according to the lawsuit, inmates are exposed to serious harm and left unprotected because there just aren't enough prison guards. Yo Gotti, David Banner, other community leaders are demanding that Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant make changes or face a lawsuit. The suit seeks damages for the inmates and an order from Mississippi's Department of Corrections to lay out a plan to address all of these issues, especially increasing staff and cleaning up sewage. Yo Gotti said the lives of countless individuals in Mississippi prisons are at stake, and we will not stop until this is fixed. So shout out to them.
Yeah, man. I really do hope this is effective. I really, really do.
Yeah.
Because these are things that really need to be addressed. Look, if a person commits a crime, everybody in prison, first of all, is not guilty. Everybody in prison does not receive fair punishment befitting the crime. Let's just be honest about this. There are some people doing some time for over injustice.
And just
really
racism,
incredible.
just out and out racism. Yeah.
Now, we know that racism exists. It's hard to get these systems to admit to it. So what we need, man, is for things like this to really get behind it. So instead of going to social media with the memes and the ignorant statements about what could be wrong, making fun of the water, these are human beings who, a lot of them are doing their time, but their time doesn't have to be a living hell.
Right.
They should just do their time.
In humane conditions.
Not having drinking water and sewage facilities. I can't tell you about the heat. the food, and just the way they treat people, and they don't have safety around these people is deplorable. And as a nation, we should be better than that. We're the richest country in the world with the highest prison population. We have to do a better job. I commend Rock Nation.
Yeah, we do, Steve. Coming up, our last break of the day, and we'll have some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, our last break of the day. It's been a good day,
It's
as
the
always.
last break of the day.
That's for you, Jay Anthony Brown. He'll be back tomorrow. We miss you, Jay. We love you.
Yeah.
All right, some
I don't
closing
miss
remarks.
him.
What do you mean you don't miss him?
That's kind of
Our friendship, and I'm not going to say that because we've never been that type of friends. And the last time he texted me, he called me an evil name that I can't say on the air, and I texted him back one worse
Paraphrase
than
it
that.
for us. Let us know what he said.
Well, the initials was BB. That's what he called me.
First word?
Black.
Black.
Uh-huh,
Black.
uh-huh,
I'm going to go with black.
Yeah, of course.
I know what the other
It ain't but two left now.
Yeah. That's our go-to, black.
Boy.
That's yours, though, Carla.
Yeah. That's my go-to.
Yeah, and I text him FY.
That's his go-to.
All the time.
But we got
Then
two
the
old
next
school texting though.
Word. Then the next word was Inyo.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. You want to do closing after all this?
Be positive.
He gonna say that, then try to inspire me.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's him though. That's the real Steve. What you see is what you do.
I mean, you know what, Cheryl? I mean, Carla, you're absolutely correct. I've never pretended to be anything more than what I was. I never promised
That's it. Keep it
anybody
100.
perfection. I have strived my new thing into my life as I approach my next birthday to just let it go. Let it go. Everything in the past, I let go. Every valuable lesson I've learned from the past, I remember them, I retain them, and I use them when I build my new house. But them bricks, that old stuff, the mortar and the brick and the same cement in 2020. Those are my closing remarks.
Let it go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let it
You
go.
let that note go,
Let it go.
too. That'll help.
Let it go.
If you
Yeah.
let that note
Please.
go, that'll help us all out.
Frozen.
Jodeci had a
Shirley,
hit
you
song called
always
Let It Go.
say
You sound frozen.
Boy, shut up, Junior, about Jodeci.
He's mad
Got
about
on my
that.
nerves.
Casey and
Still
JoJo.
talking about Jonas.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.